Look at these little cuties. Let me show you how I made them. Hey y'all, I hope you're doing well. So look at these little cuties that I made. Oh my gosh, this was really fun to create, and I'm so happy to be able to show you how I did this. Now, it looks a little difficult, but I did think of my beginners when I created the tutorial, so don't get discouraged. Now, I did make a little wreath for her. This little pattern was created from Triple C and Joe Show. I will link her video in this one so that you can follow that pattern there. Keep in mind, guys, this is completely for decoration only. It's not a toy, so please don't give it to your little ones. The pieces may come off, okay? So let's just go ahead and get started. I use a 5.5mm crochet hook. I also, that little hook there I got from the Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. I used some cotton fill here. I needed the little tubes that you get from the inside of your toilet paper roll. And I used about 4 or 5 different colors of yarn. Now, you don't need a lot of yarn, so you can use the inexpensive kind, the Red Heart, Super Savers. This is a really simple, cute, decorative piece that you don't need to use really expensive yarn to create, okay? Now, I consider this tutorial for my beginners. However, you are going to probably need to know how to do a single crochet stitch, double crochet, half double crochet, and we do work in the rounds for the head. But other than that, I think you can catch on with this video. Just keep watching, okay? So let's go ahead and start by making the body. And I didn't say earlier, but this is going to be created in different pieces, and we're going to kind of sew everything together so that way it stays really simple for my beginners. Okay, 5.5mm crochet hook. Let's go ahead and start by making ourselves a chain, and I did a chain of 25. That's so it could wrap around the toilet paper roll nice and easily. So this is very similar to the way I made my Christmas candles. Okay, guys, if you've ever seen that tutorial, this is very similar. So once you have your chain of 25 completed, you're going to start by making your first row of single crochet stitches. So in that first stitch from the hook, go ahead and make your first single crochet stitch, and you're going to do single crochet stitches all the way across. Okay, so again, like I said earlier, we are going to be making this in pieces. So the first part of this tutorial is going to be making the body, and then we'll go on from there. I will try to go back and make sure I put little time markers in the video. That way you can kind of skip forward and get to the good stuff, the things that you don't already know how to do. Okay, so if you want to pause your video here and just keep working, you're going to go all the way across till you finish with a row of single crochet stitches. Once you get to the end here, that very last stitch, you want to make sure that you put a single crochet stitch there, and then you're going to do a chain of 3 and turn your work. Okay, this chain of 3, we're going to then take that's going to be your first. We're going to actually do half double crochet stitches here, guys. So in your next available space, you're going to do, or did I do double crochet stitches? Let me make sure. Hold on. Oh, I did. Okay, so for the body here, I did double crochet stitches. So you did a row of single crochet stitches, and now you're going to do a row of double crochet stitches. Okay. So continue doing double crochet stitches all the way across until you get to the end. All right. Once you get here to the end, you're going to do one more double crochet stitch into your chain space. Okay. And at this point, if you want to go ahead and give your stitches a count to make sure that you have the same number, you want to keep the same number of stitches from row to row. So chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to do a row of single crochet stitches. So the body of the angel is basically going to be an alternation of single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet until you get to 14 rows. So pause your work and keep working. All right. Once you have your 14 rows completed, and again, this is based off of the toilet paper roll that we're going to use the stuff underneath it, you're going to sew along the raw edge, creating yourself a nice little tube, okay? And you don't have, this is, like I say, this does not have to be perfect. This area actually right there is going to be covered up by the angel's wings, so just get your stitches in however you can, okay? So now that you have it sewn up, you're going to go ahead and reattach your yarn. I did mine at the seam, and we're going to now make that frilly skirt that is around the angel. So in order for you to do this, the frilly skirt, we're going to do a chain of 3. Okay, And then right in that same space of the chain of 3, we're going to do 3 double crochet stitches. So now we're going to be doing 3 double crochet stitches in each space around, and that's going to create your fringe. Now, what I ended up doing, guys, is I went around one time, but I wanted my fringe to be a lot bigger. So I did another round of fringe. So I did another round of 3 double crochet stitches. So you don't see that here, but I did go back and make my fringe a lot bigger, okay? So do it one round, see if you like it. If you want to add another layer of fluff, do that there, okay? Now, for the angel wing, go ahead and start by making yourself a chain of 21, okay? Once you have your chain of 21, we're going to do single crochet stitches all the way across. Single crochet stitches all the way across. Okay, you're going to keep working. What we're doing here is we're going to alternate between a row of single crochet stitches, a row of double crochet stitches, and a row of single crochet stitches, okay? So that's going to make that little swatch. Once you have that completed, and I hope that didn't go too fast, guys, we really just made one little swatch, just alternating between a single crochet row, a double crochet row, single crochet row, okay? Once you have that completed, then you're going to create another set of frill. Basically, we're going to do 3 double crochets in one space, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. I didn't want to make this video entirely too long, but basically what we're doing, the same thing we did to the bottom of the skirt, we're doing that to the angel wing. So we're going to do 3 double crochet stitches, and then we're alternating to 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet. So it makes a nice little frilly fan, okay? And just like with the skirt, I ended up doing 2 rows, but in this case I changed my color so that I had a different color. You do not have to change color here, guys. So if you want to change color, this is where you'll do it in the second row of your frill. So change your yarn, and then in every stitch across you're going to alternate between 3 double crochets in the same stitch and 2 double crochets in the same stitch, okay? Just like so. And that's just going to make the angel's wings really big and pretty. And if you're making a bigger angel, then you may have to do more rows. So this is kind of customizable depending on what you're looking for. Mine, I just did the 2 rows of frill, okay? So that's what it will look like. So go ahead and fasten off your work when you get to the very end, and then you're going to set the little angel wings to the side, and we're going to move on. So at this point, you have completed the body, which is the little dress with the frilly bottom, and now the angel wings that we're all going to just sit to the side, and we're going to move on to the next part of the craft. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the head. Now my head was brown, but the last time I made a video with brown yarn, I had some feedback, so I'm going to do the yarn color in red, but please understand that my head for my angel is brown, okay? This is just so that you can see what I'm doing. Go ahead and start by making yourself a magic circle. You can follow along with the screen there. Now, if you're not comfortable doing a magic circle, guys, you can make a chain of 4 or 5. Put the ends together and then work into the circle, if that makes any sense. I hate when I say it like that, but magic circle is not difficult. If you don't catch on here, I have another video that I will link that goes a little slower so that you can get it, okay? Once you have your magic circle and you've done your chain of 2, you're going to do half double crochet stitches into the magic circle. So you'll end up with 8 half double crochet stitches. So basically the chain of 2 will count as the first stitch, and then you'll have 7 more that you create for a total of 8 half double crochet stitches into your magic circle, okay? Now, again, this is preference. I used to have a double crochet stitch. It's easier for me to teach a half double crochet stitch. You can see the stitches easier, but you can also use a single crochet stitch, okay? Okay. So once you have your 8 completed, you're going to slip stitch to join your round so that you have a nice little round. Perfect. And you can just pull that center string there. That will make your circle a little bit tighter. I did a chain of 2. Into the same space as that chain of 2, I'm going to do a half double crochet stitch. So this is our increase round. Basically, we went from 8 half double crochet stitches to 16. So we're going to do 2 half double crochet stitches in each stitch around. Okay. And again, I'm using red yarn for tutorial purposes, but you'll see that my angel's head is brown, and I just did that so that you guys can kind of see the stitches a little bit better. Once you get all the way around, you're going to slip stitch to join that round. And at this point, if you give it a little count, you should have 16 stitches. Okay. Then what we're going to do is you're going to do your chain of 2, a half double crochet stitch in that same space. In the next stitch, you're going to do a half double crochet stitch. Okay. At this point, you should have 3 stitches. In the next space, you're going to do 2 half double crochet stitches in the same space. So in this round, it's also an increase round. We're going to alternate between 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 half double crochet stitch, okay? And you're going to continue doing that all the way around. You should have a total of 24 half double crochet stitches when you finish this round, okay? So again, you're going to alternate 2 half double crochet stitches in the same stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch in the next, 2 into the next, 1 into the next, and keep going until you get all the way back around. This is your last increase round for this project, okay? Once you get all the way around, you're going to slip stitch to join, just like we did in the previous 2 rounds. And then you'll go ahead and chain 2, guys. You'll see here that I forgot to chain 2. It doesn't mess up the project, but however, it's harder for you to see your next round. So chain 2 and then go around, making sure that you do 24 half double crochet stitches, okay? As you work this, you're going to do 10 rounds all together. So you've already done, we're on our 4th round. You'll do 6 more for a total of 10. Your little head will start to curve in, and that's exactly what you want, okay? So keep on working. When you get to the end of each round, you're going to chain 2 and then work all the way around. You'll always have 24. You know, if you get 23, guys, don't overthink it. This is just an angel. It'll be okay, okay? Once you have that completed, you're going to stuff your head with the yarn. You don't want to, with the cotton, you don't want it to be overstuffed, just nice and, round. You want to keep it rounded. That is the point. I have 2 different size angels, guys. The one that you guys saw in the beginning that's white is a little bit bigger than the one that's in red. The difference is the size of the head. So the white angel has, I started the round with 10. Is opposed to 8, and that's the difference, okay? So this is what it looks like. Her head is a little bit smaller, so she used basically 24 stitches around, whereas the white angel with the white outfit had 30 stitches around, okay? I hope that makes sense. If you're understand crocheting, then that's kind of, I just increased the rounds from 8, 16. I did for the white one, I did 10 and 20. Okay, so just shape your head and make sure that it makes sense and it looks like a little head. And now we're going to start constructing everything. So here's where I'm showing you I added another frill level so that it had a little bit more skirt. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cinch around the skirt. Again, I'm using the red. I already completed the white one, so I'm showing you the red on camera. I hope that doesn't confuse you. But I just switched the body, okay? That way you can really see what I'm doing. I'm just weaving the yarn needle in and out, in and out. That's going to create where I can cinch the body together. So do you see what I did there? I basically just went around the top portion of the dress and I cinched it together. Okay? Now we're going to take the head that I completed in brown, and I am going to attach it to the dress. So just pay attention here to the way I did it. You can attach the head to the dress any way you want. Okay, guys? I literally just went up through the center of the head, back down. It's the same way that I make my pumpkins, if you've seen my pumpkin video. And I'm pulling that back through the bottom portion of the dress. Now that's just the way I started to attach this head to the dress. Okay? You don't have to worry about it going in or indenting or anything like that. We're going to put hair up there, okay? Once you have it, that initial attachment, we're going to just sew around the bottom part of the head. Now, this is not to be hard or anything, guys. Just pick up a stitch from the dress, pick up a stitch from the head, and work all the way around. And it does not have to be neat because we're going to put a little collar pearl necklace. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give her some pearls, you know, so you don't have to worry about it. See right here where I gave her the little collar necklace? You don't have to worry about any crude sewing. I'm not a great sewer either, so you're just going to attach it. And again, the little toilet paper roll is going to stuff right up in this inside of her dress. Okay, so now let's attach the wings. We are almost done, guys. It gets really into your choice after this. So we're attaching the wings. You just kind of lay them to the outer portion of the dress so that the more of the wing is shown on the front. So if you can see here what I did, I just kind of laid my dress to the back. I laid my little angel girl with the seam side up, and I'm attaching the wing along the back part of the project, okay? My white angel, I just used the same color, but with this one I really wanted you guys to kind of see, so I picked contrasting colors. But just sew all the way around, and this is what it should look like. See there? It's coming together. Now she needs some hair, but honestly, you could leave. I've seen faceless angels before, so if you like it like this, you could be done, honestly. But I wanted to give her a little bit more character, so we're going to add her some hair, similar to her friend over here. So the way I do my hair, and I'm sure there's tons of ways, guys, to doing hair and nose and eyes. I am just going to take my black yarn. That's the color that I chose for her hair. I'm going to identify the area where I want her hair to start. My white angel over there, I probably could have started her hair a little bit lower, but it's okay. It's all decor. I used a book to kind of get even strands. Even length strands. I wrapped the yarn around the book, and now I'm just attaching the hair, and I'll show you here what I'm doing. See there, I'm just going underneath the stitch and looping the hair through. This takes a little bit of time, but not too much. I did 2 rows of this, guys, so you won't see it on camera, but I did 2 rows so that I could have a nice little pretty bun, okay? And I went around twice. Okay, so just keep working around the crown, and you can have as much hair as little hair as you want, depending on the style that you want. And what I did, I just gathered her hair into like a little ponytail, and I wrapped it around just like I would do any bun, even if I was wearing it, okay? Now for the eyes, guys, I just used the little doll eyes that you can get from Amazon or from the craft store, and instead of me screwing them in, I glued them, and that's what makes this not a child-friendly toy. I glued the eyes in, and I would hate for them to pop out, okay? As far as the halo and the collar, I used my Lucette hook. I did a video on how to use this. Check it out if you don't know how to use it. And I created the halo around her bun and the pearl necklace around her dress. Okay. Now, as far as the mouth and the nose is concerned, these are all optional. You can also use the little nose, the little button noses. Those would have been super cute as well. I just had eyes and not noses. So what I did was I just took my yarn and I just kind of kept looping it around, building out the yarn so that it made a nose. And you can make the nose as big or as small as you want. Again, if you have the little noses that come from Amazon, you can just pop a nose right on there, a little doll nose, and that would be super cute as well. I just used what I had, so in this case I just kind of kept looping the yarn around a few stitches in the center of her face so that it build out to become a nose. See? So it's not that big, it's kind of flat, but it kind of gave some detail there. As far as the mouth is concerned, again, another optional piece. I took my yarn, I split it into 4s. The cotton yarn that I used, I was able to split it. It still kept its fibers in place, and I just used that thinner piece to make the mouth. Now you can put the mouth on any way you want to. I also did lashes for mine. Literally, I just tied a little knot. I slipped the yarn needle underneath 2 stitches. I tied a knot, and then I just cut it, creating little lashes. You can do eyebrows this way. You can do whatever you want, guys. This is where it gets fun for you. You can definitely create whatever you want for your little angel baby, okay? As far as the mouth is concerned, I did the same thing. I kind of tied a little knot on the corner, and then I just stuck the needle. It sounds kind of sad. Stuck the needle right through her head and pulled the yarn all the way to the back of the project so that it would stay in place. And then I did that on both sides, and that's how I created my mouth. Okay guys, so that's it. That's how I made my cute little Christmas angels. Remember, this is the same design as my Christmas candles that I created, so they pair really nicely together. You can make a really nice center table piece. I did not show you guys how to make the little arms that are on the white angel because I opted for the wreath. The wreath is what I told you, the pattern at the very beginning that I got from Triple C and Joe Show. Please check that out if you're interested in that wreath. But if you do want arms, guys, all I did was I did a chain of 14, I did 2 rows, half double crochet stitches, and I sewed along the edge, and then I attached that to the angel, and that's how I got the arms. You just do that twice. Okay guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.